Hello friends, hey, haven't narrated a sketch in a while. Figured it's a cool little thing to do. I have this little Mexican guy on a horse. He's like, I don't even know what he is, but I'm just going to draw and talk about some of my ideas about what I'm going after here. And I'll enclose the pic so you can see. When I look at this pic, I notice that this guy has really close eyes together. And let's see here. I'm just going to start right here, okay? Sharpen my little pencil here. And again, thanks for following me here. I'm going to make his eyes really close together here. So I'm going to blow this up. Oh yeah. And I just want to start. I'm just gonna start with his eye, which is normally how I usually start. Just even curling this eyebrow up a little bit here creates a little bit more of curiosity in this guy. Again, all of this is blind contour. I'm drawing the eyebrow as a shape. I don't even have the eyes in yet. This is all dark right in here, right? And I'm going to draw the bridge of the nose, comes in here. And there's no right way. It's really what way works for you best, right? Just experiment. Like I'm studying right now 1 minute poses and I'm watching how people do it and I'm thinking, oh, I'm doing it wrong. And it's just like, you know what? I'm not doing it wrong, because one guy might say, oh, here's what I do and you should always do this, and you know what, that's right for him, but that's not right for me. And so I think my machine shut off, but I'm just going to keep working. This is just the side of this guy's nose. It's a wedge, you know. This is another angled plane here, and all of this comes up, flat plane, diagonal. Think three-dimensionally as you do your work, as you draw, as you create. And you can see right now I've just got myself concerned with a few landmarks. This is going to go, and again, I haven't even drawn the pupil yet. I'm not interested in the pupil. I want to place things here. This is all going to get fairly dark right here. Right? This is all coming down. Whoops, that's a little hard of a line right there. Just gonna... You can see these nice lines that I just did in there. My happy little brush. But I'm going to find the tear duct. All this blind contour right there. Go over, find out where underneath this lid, this bag here, it's tone. Haven't even drawn in the pupil yet. Side of the skull right here. You can see it's coming together. It feels really good. I also right now want to think about the shape of the head. I want to make the shape like this. I'm thinking about this idea as an idea, right? And the reason why is because I'm going to have this hat on it that does something like this. You see that shape? I'm interested in that shape. So I have it in my mind, my mind's eye. I'm going to come in here, do a little bit of this hair sideburn kind of thingy. But I'm building it slowly but surely. As I get down to here, stop calling me Shirley. As I get down to here and I find the side of this, this is going to come out and do something like this. And this is going to come out and do something like this. This mustache is going to get really wonky here. I'm also going to grab my stick, my happy little pastel stick that's discontinued. And I could draw like this all day. I love this phase of drawing. It's really, really cool. I really dig this drawing and making choices and figuring things out. So, being the case, this feels really pretty good. I'm going to just darken this upwards plane here. I'm going to get fairly dark right in here. I'm going to actually cheat this and have this be like the actual shadow is being cast. This is all in the actual shadow. See how cool that is? A nice, clear, distinct light source. I'm going to say that this hat is pushing down on this ear. Same here. Again, this is signifying that push down ear. This is all dark right here. Same here. But this is all shadow. Again, you know, I'm thinking three-dimensionally that this ear is round. And then this comes in here. This part of the ear comes down and attaches. It gets fairly dark underneath here. There's this little thing going on here. And then this is all usually dark right here. This big cartilage shoots out. Do you see that? Again, I haven't even done the eyes. But I do want to darken that lid where the eyelashes are coexisting with the lid. So this feels pretty good. I am going to darken this mass right here. Just gonna create this as a darkened bunch of shapes in there. Again, all this dark is just fading right into the brow, the side of the eye, of the sideburn. This is all one sort of mass. And I'm just massing things in. I haven't even gotten to my cool, cute little signature little squiggles yet, right? I'm just massing this in. But I got this shape pretty much that I'm going after. It's happening. Again, this goes through, draw through everything. Draw through that hat. I'm gonna just knock down the white on this here, right there. Again, I'm not going too dark. Can't go too dark. You know who I'm talking about. Okay, draw lightly. Don't go dark. This is maybe a 7 value. Again, it's a big underscore mass here. So let me just fill in a little bit of this mustache here. Again, think about the hairs coming out. They're coming out and then they're going down. So as you make your strokes, think about this thing being three-dimensionally. Think about this mustache hairs coming out towards us, going upwards a little bit, and then it shoots down. And that's going to be because you're thinking about these strokes, that it's going to take on a three-dimensional quality. It's not just a bunch of hairs, it's shapes, and they're doing stuff. Again, that was just blind contour right there. Again, I'm going to track this down. Now that eye's a little low, hanging low, but I don't really care. I don't care! Again, I want to knock all this back. I want this brow and this hat to almost fade into the, like fade down. Like I don't want to line up in that shadow mass. Okay? I want this underneath brow to be catching some reflected light. That's cool. But by and large, I really want to darken this mass here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to think this through as a shape. I never really like doing this. But again, the center line for the axis of the face. Underneath this lip here. Got this nice, thick chin going up in here and just sort of like... This is all sort of darkened here. Again, just the top plane of this catching light right here. Even though it looks really flat in the actual photo, I'm not drawing a lot of attention to it. I'm gonna if I really want to create a shadow mask, I'm going to use the edge of this and just treat this all as just in the shadows. It's even like right here, and it's getting a little edge to it here. This sort of defines the frontal part of this. There is a front here where it's tips to the side right here, but this is still in the front. from like this area right here to this area. This is all frontal, and then it goes around to the side. Does that make sense? Now, if you really wanted to balance this out a little bit, you could bring this over here a little bit. And I'm just creating some sort of little shapes that I am gonna just sort of, it's like I'm gonna darken this a tad here, but I'm just gonna use some squiggly lines. But these lines have become sort of like my little trademark, or my go-to thing. But they serve a purpose. I'm not just trying to create a style, I'm actually trying to mass in. So anyways, I want to also just darken all the way underneath here, as this is all away from the light. And you can see that I have a dark hole there for the nose right over here. I might even just well, I'm gonna just work something in real quick. This is all blind contour right there. My fan kicked on, sorry, I hope you can still hear. But this will be all dark here. This is all going to be dark. And I'll probably darken this when everything is done. Just go back in and work it out. Let me just draw the body just a little bit here, just to show you this body. Because you do want to think about this and I'm going to follow sort of an axis line down. I'm going to say that like this is the front of this guy, like his rib, I mean his spine is going down into this sort of part of the saddle here, but I'm allowing for the rib, and then I'm allowing for like this sort of hip area here, and his shoulders are going to go down. I'm going to sort of just sort of shape it out like this so you can see, but I am feeling this sort of coming forward here. Now I never really do this, but I have been practicing and going back to constructing things and thinking about shapes and things like that. But by and large, if I were to sort of document this thing, I might come in here and just refine it a bit and know that like right here is the actual front of this guy. He's got this big bullet belt going right here, and I'm really feeling this as round. I want to think three-dimensionally, and as I think about this big gigantic mass, I'm going to play up the folds a little bit here, but I also know that this is the center. There's his pecs right here. He's got his little shoulder area here. His deltoid comes down into this, and then this whole hand here starts playing around, starts coming in. And And I always love playing around with folds. Never draw a fold, design a fold. That's money. Never draw a fold, design a fold. So everything is design. Design is key. You're telling a story, you're saying, check this out. Look what I see here. And again, I haven't even drawn in the stupid iris yet. So I allotted for the hip area here. And now this is the actual roundness of the leg itself. The knee is sort of like right here. It's all coming down. But there's going to be ropes and all kinds of things here. But I want to get this hand in here. This hand in here coming in. It's doing something like this. This is all the way here. But then this hand comes up and it's coming around. So before I get to that, I need to clarify a few things here. This is wrapping around this round neck. So always think three-dimensionally that something is completely round. This is all wrapping around, and then it goes down and wraps underneath here. So these are things that as I draw, I'm thinking about these things. And I'm thinking about him three-dimensionally like he's a sculpt. Like there's top planes and side planes. So this is all facing upwards right here. This is all coming down. He's got this I don't know, this thing blowing in the wind here, this white little thingamabob. This is all in the shadow mass here. This is all in the shadows right here. And let's get his hand in here. But you remember, you got this pecs here, these big pecs shooting outwards, right? And I'm thinking about it like this. This is the big pec area here. And then underneath here you got this little tiny rib cage area here, but this big mass here, and this head is coming out. Neck, here's the clavicle. The deltoid is right here and here, but I'm thinking about this as something like this, but I'm really finding the center of the pecs, and then this goes down, and then you have the actual, you have to allow for the actual hip area here, and then the legs sort of shoot out like something like this. But you see how it's in there. It's almost like you have to allow for this disc. I draw a disc. Some people just draw a square, and then for the torso they do that, and then the hips look like this. When I draw, I'm stealing from Andrew Loomis, and he would do something like this. This is way more helpful for me, because then you got the top of the hip, and then you have this great trochanter right here, and then this goes down. So this actually allows for that. So I do think about that as I draw this. Anyways, I'm going to put these eyes in because they're kind of bothering me. Alright. Let's see here if I can. I'm going to look back at this thing. I'm actually going to blow it up. Go with 100% here. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and draw in these eyes. I'm going to blind contour these suckers in. Eyes are crucial. And I'm going to fill that in as a mask, no darker than the eye eyelash area here. And it kind of creates this cool little style. It's pretty kick butt. I dig it. I dig it. Now, I'm going to put this sucker in. Take your time. Nice sharp pencil. Alright, nice sharp pencil. I'm going to darken this in now as well. This is all a dark mass. I'm not worried about highlights. So all of a sudden, that feels pretty dang good. And I can darken this out, like part of the brow is touching this area right here. I can also darken all of this underneath here. And there is this area right in here from the tear duct is an area to pay attention to. Figure out how to draw in that area from the tear duct to the bridge of the nose. It's a pretty gnarly area that needs to be solved, and I might do a video on it, but it's pretty crucial what happens in there. So again, this is the side of the eye, like right here. And I'm drawing lightly. I think I might have lost a little bit of my sensitivity right in here. Side of this eye right here. Again, this is a hard line right here that I want to get rid of. Have it be sort of tone. If anything, we could even darken this in a little bit more. This actually is going up. And then all of this starts getting a little darker right here. Again, these are just things that I'm doing that's particular to me. But this is not my favorite drawing. A lot of it I'm narrating it, and I wish I was just sort of intuitively just discovering things, but it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and darken this. This is that brow. And remember, don't do a cutout brow. It's usually darker right in this area, right here. And then when it steps out on the top part of the skull, the outside, this is all facing upwards, this actually becomes lighter. But the real darkness is, the real eye is here, you know. The real darkness is right in this area here. I'm just going to darken this. I'm going to darken all of this. You might say, I don't like that drawing, and I'm like, cool, I'm alright with it. This is just a workout, just a demo. But I would get in here and really sort of darken this out. Like this is all sort of fading into this area here. And if you back out of it, you'll see what I'm saying, how, you know, I don't have a ton of time, but I'm going to try to draw this hand in here. Again, I'm going to come in here. I would do some adjustments if I was going to build this character. I would come in here and I'm just going to sharpen this a little bit. You can see I do want to strengthen this drawing and have some tone sort of holding this edge of this cheek area here. This is all tone. So it gets dark over around in here. Okay, and then this nose is shooting out this way. going to darken this just a tad. You can see this character needs work. He needs work. But it's okay to see it. I would call it not a great drawing. Sometimes things feel better, like, oh my gosh, this is feeling really cool. And this is sort of just not there, but it's okay, no excuses. And then if I were to keep working on it, I could strengthen it. But I don't want to take these videos out to like 50 minutes. I think you just need to see how I start and construct and go back to construction. Let me just draw real quick this hand real quick from the wrist. So I'm going from the elbow, from the deltoid down. I find out where this elbow is back here. This is all sort of coming at us here. It's like this, it's like it's coming at us. And this is all the folds that are crunching down. You got the deltoid right here, so I'm aware of this mass. And so when I go up here to draw the wrist, now this moved down considerably. This is that knuckle there, and it goes up. I don't know what happened here. What was I thinking? Oh, I see. Here. This is the fold. And then you have the actual wrist here. And it wraps around, and you have the actual knuckle right here. I hope you can see this. It's coming together, but these knuckles, this knuckle, the second knuckle, and then this whole away from the light. So sorry, I just kept recording, and I was talking, and it didn't realize it wasn't picking up. Okay. Anyways, you can see that this knuckle takes me to this knuckle, and I start drawing these knuckles and thinking about them. And then when I track this, keep coming back to this knuckle here. Now this isn't like textbook, okay? This is how I draw. But it's after 40 years, I am having a system here. It's not just, I'm not just winging it. I'm saying as I move down this hand, I start with the top knuckles, going to the middle knuckle, going down to the actual you see that? But these knuckles are gigantic. Going to the second one. Does that make sense? These are really highlights. 1, 2, and then this is always just like, it goes usually like down and then this way. Does that make sense to you? You see that? So this is pretty good right now. This feels really good. I will say that once I know that this is about where the hand is, that wrist is going to go up here. It's also going to be coming towards the hand, and this is where the actual edge of the hand is. And then as you wrap around, you've got the whole thumb mass coming in here, that other part of the bone right there. And then this goes like this, and bam, there you go. You can see that, like, I blind contoured that. But remember that this goes down, and this is almost a plane change with that big thumb, right? And then this sort of just goes back. There's some strap going on here. Again, this is all blind contour. I hope this is helpful. All dark here. Now if I really wanted to move that hand, this hand is up way too high, I would just look at this right now and just say, I'm going to start this like right here. I got a big meaty mass. If you look back at the hand, this is a big round meaty mass. This goes like this, and then this hand begins. I mean, this arm begins. And it goes all the way back, elbow. I'm going to blow this out here. Right? So, if I were to reduce this down, so you can see the whole picture, maybe we do something here. Hold on one second. So let's just think of a way to strengthen this now, based off of this sporadic, erratic drawing. Nothing is really connected. So if you were to sort of refine this thing from a character design and strengthen it, you could say that this is all going to go up here, dot, 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 and this is going to do this. This is when my drawings start becoming less interesting and more refined as a shape. And I don't have a problem with doing this. But I'm just trying to say, I do this from time to time where I'll come in and just simplify this shape. Just sort of simplify this. I don't have any problem with doing this. This is fine, but I'm saying I want to make sure that this whole thing is sort of has a unity to it, and that it's really like sort of solid, that the pieces aren't just drawn separate from each other, but they're all connected, knowing these masses. So it would be like this guy would be like this shape here. If I were to break it down into a character design, he would be sitting like this. These are the things I'm working on right now, as we speak. This is always going to make my drawings more solid. Does this make sense? This whole really nice clean shape on this horse. But can you see this? Can you picture that? Can you see this as a nice clean shape? That's what I'm going for. This isn't drawn well enough. This is broken up. It's okay, but you get the idea, right? So that's a lot to throw at you. I think you got it, but I just wanted to show you just do some drawing and have you glean or take whatever you feel is helpful. Spit out the bones. I haven't arrived. I mean, obviously I've been drawing a long time. I know you guys like how I draw, but like, every drawing we do isn't a home run, and I love that idea. So I don't have any pressure. I can draw a weaker type drawing, but I'm not disqualifying this drawing. I'm just trying to say it didn't turn out exactly as I had hoped, and it doesn't make me go like, wow, that is freaking cool. But nonetheless, keep going, keep drawing, and let's keep talking. There's actually one little move here I could do that could show you where we could strengthen this up as well. So this would look like this if I were to scratch out this nice collar coming right around here, and then this is all sort of scratching out, and this is scratching around. Starts defining it. Little highlight here, bam. Nowhere else. You could do a little highlight right here. Anyways, that's the idea, you know what I mean? All right, my friends. Thanks so much for following me here on the Patreon. Long live the Patreon. Bam!